Battleground predictions for this upcoming Sunday live on the WWE Network. And we'll pretty much rush through my predictions here. We got Sasha Banks and a mystery partner taking on Charlotte and Dana Brooke. The women's title is obviously not in the line, which I think is good. Save Sasha and Charlotte for SummerSlam one-on-one. So that being said, that factors into my prediction here. I think it should be Banks and Charlotte one-on-one at SummerSlam. No Bayley. I think Banks and Charlotte in a singles match has been long overdue. They should have done it at WrestleMania, but the triple threat with Lynch made a lot more sense, just because Lynch was, fresh off the title picture at the time, so it made sense to put her in that match. And I'm happy they went with that triple threat. It was an amazing match, best match on the show, so no complaints, and it really worked out well. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't want another triple threat title match anytime soon. Maybe they do one, at Clash of the Champions or the next pay-per-view, whatever the hell it is, after SummerSlam. So if you bring up Bayley now, I feel like she'll really take away from that title picture. And I don't want people to be disappointed. They will be anyway. It's the fucking internet, and people are thinking Bayley will be called up on Sunday. And I'm not saying I won't mark out if she is called up. I'll go crazy, but I feel like it'll be better suited, and not just because I'll be there, but for the Raw after SummerSlam. Have Sasha win the belt in Brooklyn, and have, on the exact 1-year anniversary that Bayley won the NXT Women's Championship, show up on Raw. Which is why she wasn't drafted this past week, which is why I also think she won't show up on Sunday. Maybe we see Paige, Nia Jax show up as Banks' partner. I hope not. I'm fine with Paige. Nia Jax would make no sense, because she's the heel in NXT. So why would Sasha, enlist Nia Jax of all people? It just feels forced. And they'll have Nia turn on Banks. That just doesn't make any sense. So, I guess who else is on Raw? Alicia Fox? Who fucking cares? Maybe Summer Rae, given their past history, but they literally just had a match on SmackDown like 2 weeks ago, so I would hope not. But regardless, I think it's going to be Paige or someone else. Who knows? Probably Naomi. I'll go with Naomi. Naomi hasn't been seen in a while. That'll be my bold prediction for this show. Naomi will come back on Sunday. Nikki Bella's a long shot, too. I heard today she was not cleared, but she got good news from the doctor, and her next stop is the Performance Center in Orlando. I don't think we see her Sunday. I don't think we should see her Sunday, just because a lot of people are hoping for Bayley. And Nikki Bella, as much as I don't really care for her all that much, she's really come a long way, but her return should not be as a babyface in this match, in my opinion. So, save that return for a later date. And that would be Naomi. Turn her baby... I guess not. Naomi's on SmackDown. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But either way, regardless of who Banks' partner is, Charlotte and Dana won at the previous pay-per-view, so I think they lose here. Banks and her mystery partner pick up the victory. New Day versus Wyatt family. This before, really, I didn't really have a solid pick for who would win here, especially with the tension being teased within the New Day, and hopefully that leads to nothing. And they are officially the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions. They have broken the record, so it's a free game to take the titles off them now. I'd be fine with them dropping the championships at SummerSlam to Enzo and Cass of the club. Hopefully Enzo and Cass, but either way, I'm content. So the bottom line, the point I'm trying to make here is this, is that they will remain together beyond Battleground. The Wyatt family will not. Unless something happens, unless we get a trade of some sort, Braun Strowman is on Raw, Eric Rowan and Wyatt are on SmackDown. And the New Day are on Raw. So you cannot continue the feud going forward. I know Orton and Lesnar are on different shows. That's a special exception to have that feud, be a cross interpromotional match going into SummerSlam. This feud, as good and surprisingly pleasant, or pleasantly surprising as it has been, really there is no need for it to continue. So I have New Day going over here. The tag titles, by the way, are not on the line. So for the two mid-card title matches, Rusev versus Zack Ryder for the United States Championship, and The Miz versus Darren Young for the Intercontinental Championship. Again, this is going to be a bold prediction, and I mentioned this earlier in my draft results. I think Ryder and Young take the titles on Sunday. It's either both heels win or both baby faces win. I think it's a lot more likely that the heels retain, but I just really want Young to win the belt, and Ryder too. So I'll say Ryder beats Rusev to win the U.S. Championship to take the title to SmackDown, and then Darren Young beats Miz to win the Intercontinental Championship to take the Intercontinental title to Monday Night Raw. Do a little switcheroo with the titles there. So the chances of both guys winning belts in the show in like underdog-like fashion is super, super unlikely. It's a lot more likely we get one title change as opposed to two for these two matches, but I don't know. For the only way for it to make sense, we have to have... You can't have one guy retain and then another win. Another title change, just because both belts wind up on the same show. And both matches are interpromotional. So I would just have the baby faces win. It's either one or the other. You have the baby faces win both matches or the heels win. And I think it's a lot more likely the heels win, but I'll go off on a limb and say both Ryder and Young win gold on Sunday. Becky Lynch and Natalya, doesn't really matter. I'll go with Becky. She needs to win more. It wouldn't surprise me if Natalya won, but I'll go with Becky. Cena, Enzo, and Cass versus the Club. I'll go with the baby faces. Enzo and Cass and Cena are not on the same show. Neither are Styles and the Club, or Gallows and Anderson. But Cena lost the Money in the Bank. They'll probably have a Cena-Styles Part 2 at SummerSlam. I really want Styles to win the match too, but this is a nice way of giving the babyface, or giving Cena specifically, his win back without having Styles lose one-on-one. And if they have Styles get pinned here, it's so fucking stupid. But anyway, have the babyfaces win. Cena pins Carl Anderson, I'll say. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. They ended up on the same show, so even before that, it didn't really matter who won, because both guys will come out of this feud looking just fine. But I'll go Sami Zayn. Get that feel-good moment. I'd be happy if Kevin Owens won, just to keep the feud going along for another month going to SummerSlam. But I'll go with Sami Zayn. And then time for the main event, for the WWE Championship Triple Threat match. Dean Ambrose, the defending champion, versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I'll go with Seth Rollins. I think Rollins, after losing on Raw and SmackDown, I feel like that was done not only to boost ratings, but because he's winning on Sunday, to pin Roman Reigns. Maybe we get another triple threat at SummerSlam, who knows. But I think the belt comes back to Seth Rollins on Sunday to take the title to Monday nights. So I think Ambrose will not be pinned. I want Ambrose to retain and continue his reign, but I don't think he will. I think Rollins wins the championship on Sunday by pinning Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns, as I said earlier, should not become champion in his first match back from suspension. That will set the worst of all precedents, so that should not happen by any means. So I got Seth Rollins, the new WWE champion, Sami Zayn over Kevin Owens, Cena, Enzo, and Cass over the Club, Becky over Natalya, Darren Young over Miz as the new IC champion, Ryder over Rusev as the new US champion, New Day over the Wyatt family, and Sasha and whoever her partner is over Charlotte and Dana Brooke.